Listen to this. This is the tape I found downstairs.
violence, discussion of politics, loud noises, long tangents about nothing, and mature themes not intended for viewers under 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, everybody. It's me, the devil. I hope y'all are doing all right. I have just experienced the last 2 major 8-hour shifts of my new job. I'm still learning. I'm still doing a lot of things. Let me tell you. It's hard. It's hard. Listen, it is satisfying work. A thing happened yesterday that I wish I was able to talk about, where I saw somebody post their Instagram story about the restaurant that I work in, and I noticed my handwriting on their order, and they said, "I'm thankful that they spelled my name right." And knowing that I did that made me feel really good, because I'm a dork who takes pride in the fact that I asked somebody the spelling of their name when I took their order. Oh, today was busy. There was a lot of cleaning, but it was still a good day. Yesterday was also just busy, period. I mean, this morning was also busy. God, we've just been getting a lot of rush. We had somebody order 3 dozen bagels the first moment we opened. Okay, technically, they ordered it yesterday before closing over the app. They could have done a catering order or emailed us or something, but no, they did it through the app and they listed it all out. We had to write down 27 bagels. The good time. The good time. Anyway, work aside, life is also just difficult. But you know what? That's life in general. I'm hoping that things will even out soon. Once I start getting a better management of myself. I mean, okay, I did the one thing I said I wasn't going to do, which on Monday I mentioned, yeah, as long as I don't lie down when I get home, I should be fine. I laid down. I laid down. Both times. And I slept for a good 5-6 hours. Both times. Happens. Anyway. I'm enjoying my work. I promise. I don't want to get into too specific details because I don't want to dox myself, nor do I want to get people to like swarm the place. So I'm keeping it vague. Keeping it vague, baby. Just know that it does breakfasts. And, you know, as a result, it's open pretty early. So it's... My days are 8 to 4. Which is like it was at the warehouse. But God, do these days move. Let me tell you. Any slow moment is so fleeting at this job. Very rarely do I feel like it gets slow. Which is so nice in comparison. Because the warehouse gets slow. And also it gets boring. And also it was so far away. But we're not here to bitch about my job. We're here to play video games. And today's video game is Skate. So I didn't think I was going to do a Skate stream until the next season drop. which on my estimates is in 2 weeks. That my estimates being that there are 2 more weeks left of weekly challenges. So I guess 3, technically. The update will be in 3 Tuesdays from now. The next season. Which does include a pretty major update. So I wasn't gonna like focus on it too heavily. Because simply, why would I? But they did a surprise event. It was a surprise because I wasn't following the news and it suddenly happened. You get a bunch of free stuff for it. And the one thing that intrigued me is that the challenges related to the event are supposedly, thank you, Jay, are the challenges associated with the event are supposedly really challenging. Which makes me curious, because a lot of the challenges in this game can get ridiculous, so I want to see. The creator that they worked with for this is called Zek, whom I have never heard of. So I'm just going to go to YouTube right now, and I'm going to type in that username, and I'm going to see what the fuck happens. Uh, 2.7 million subscribers. Just for the record. We try the coolest challenges, my favorite video games, mainly Skate. Okay. Did some stuff with Ludwig. Did a video on Wheel World, which is a game I still really want to play. Yeah, no, the main stuff that I'm seeing is just various skate challenges, which makes sense. He also played with some pro skaters at the Nike SB event that they hosted in real life. So, you know, he seems like a legit creator and all that jazz. The thing that is a bit unique about the items you can get through these challenges is that they're all very much Skate 3 love letters, but the main thing being that you can just get this guy's full outfit from his Skate 3 videos. Which, I mean, according to a video that I saw... Look, let's just switch to the screen so I can show you the challenges here. I realized I wasn't doing that. So yeah, the Zek challenges. You can get a hat. You can get a skateboard. You can get a shirt, which in the original game was a Volcom t-shirt that is not in this game. You get some orange pants, which I think is supposed to be dark red, but that's fine. And you can get the title Stay Zexy. And you'll notice that I finished some of these challenges already, and that's just because they're literally for just doing shit in free roam. So airtime, do specific tricks, land a body flip Christ air, pretty standard stuff. So I was just on doing some of the weekly stuff. The only thing left for my weekly is score. That was when I noticed that there were these specific challenges, and I wanted to try them. So we're going to. First thing, turn on my music. You'll also notice that I have the bobblehead outfit, or the crash test dummy. Because I almost finished the the season pass. I haven't completely. I still need the creepy dad glasses, which with this mustache gives me a look. Got a couple of things in here to unlock. And in here. But got the Crash Out costume, which is a lot of fun, honestly. As you can see, the head has a lot of physics to it. And if I bail, there's explosions. I really like it. I died. All right. I don't believe any of the map challenges are present on Sandvan. I think they're all on Grom. There's also an Own the Lot, which I still haven't done. But that's fine. Own the Lots require a group, and I'm not convincing friends to download this game. Any more than I'm convincing them that I'm the devil. I usually go in this corner. I know my rule. I know how I work. I'm in this corner when I'm skating. Another quick reminder that you can still get free shit. Yeah, quick shop look. The Nike SB stuff is back in the shop face for a little bit, including this dope spider shirt. We got some Vans stuff, including these train conductor pants, which is pretty dope. But finally, we have checker slip-ons. These are literally the first time I've seen them in game. You can get them in red too, for slightly cheaper. Genuinely tempting. I get paid this week, and I might. Some of the Speed Freak stuff is back, so if you like that Evil Knievel vibe, you can do that. The burn board is pretty sweet. The chocolate bundle was here last week. I kind of love the two-tone hat. It reminds me a little bit of my chocolate hat, but mine was fully that shade of blue, and it says Toronto. And you got some pastiche Marlboro Man graphics going on with a matching board. The girl collection is just a handful of shirts. This I love. In any of these colors, I would kill to have these in real life. Especially in this yellow. But don't think there's anything new in the actual, like, shop. No. And the quick drops have not changed all season, which I think is so funny. Yeah, you can still get the free shirts. Don't forget about that. That's for the rest of the season. And if you own the Battle Pass, always come back down to the bottom here every day for your free Battle Pass currency. Okay. The Insane Gap. Are they marked? Yeah. Flippin' Fun. Hoop Shoot. Board Meet Bill. Train Legs Exy. Ride the Roof. Let's start with the insane gap, because it's right here. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. I'm okay. I got better.
Well. So you think you've got what it takes to skate like me? I've put together some limited time challenges to test your abilities and see what you've got. If you somehow complete my challenges, I've lined up some epic rewards for you. Good luck out there, and as always, stay sexy. See you guys.
Was not expecting that voice.
Now, I call a lot of challenges insane, but this one, well, this one's really insane. Good luck.
It looks insane. Tail walk. Whoa. Oh, fuck. I'm too fast. Okay. Circle left, right, Hadouken. Wrong trick. Hang on. Forward right stick, L2. Wrong. Wrong. Okay. Wrong trigger. Why did you grind? Actually. I'd spin for the tail walk, but the tail walk's already such an awkward trick to land on this controller. Booker. Okay, the spin is for the barge. So that's at the end. So focus on the tail walk and the endless. You could just not do a trick. I could put in the input and you could just not do a trick. That's fine. There we go. And I could also go nowhere. I could just go nowhere. That's cool. That's cool. Where the fuck are you going? Wrong. How do you land there? Okay. Fucker balls. I didn't think I could get away with both. Whee! Endless. Don't grind. Why do you grind? I'm not asking you to grind. What the fuck is wrong with my camera? Why won't it ever stay center on me? Oy. You magnetized to the rail. I wish you wouldn't. See, I start doing the spin and my character decides to go that way instead of that way. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do. Fuck balls. Why would you do that? Why would you do that when I did the inputs for tail walk? Why are the inputs for tail walk the same as a no hand grab? Well, it's technically not. You have to do the stick first, then the button inputs. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's literally stupid. There are so many tricks on the same inputs. And the difference is timing when you press the button, which is a nothing burger of a fucking command. Imagine a fighting game where you have the same combos, but the difference is when you press the buttons. And I don't make it. Okay. It's like quarter circle forward punch is a Hadouken. But if you do a quarter circle, wait a second, and then press forward and punch at the same time, that's a different attack. That isn't even a Hadouken. It's like not even remotely close to a Hadouken. That's what this is like. I had never heard of a fucking tail walk until this. I adjust my steering a smidge and my character decides, oh, you wanted to spin midair and fall down, right? Obviously, I'm not as good as a guy who has thousands of hours in a video game. Stop doing crails and do the trick that I'm telling you to fucking do. That doesn't count because I didn't pick up the thing. Okay. Why do I go straight up instead of forward? Why is that not happening? Fuck off. Why didn't you land the trick? I'm not accepting a friend invite from a random dude. Don't grind. That's what happens when you grind. Why? If you press L2 anywhere before you're like fully erect on the stick, the game is like, oh, so a crail, right? You want to do a crail. I'm gonna draw Kermit the Frog. What has been happening? What has been happening? What has been happening? What has been happening? I did an airwalk, not a tail walk. Can I at least get this? No. I don't know how you can force the momentum to steer you towards that ramp. I'm holding the stick. I'm holding the stick. Bye. Just into the fucking ocean, I guess. My God, dude. They weren't kidding. This is an impossible challenge. Why am I so far down? Fuck off. So when you hold the stick, sometimes you don't do a held trick. Sometimes you just do a kickflip and then angle your legs like a fucking little weirdo. Can random strangers stop inviting me to parties? Do you think that's how you make friends in video games? Stop doing a crail, do the tail walk. There we go, Jesus. And that's like the third time I went into the water instead of going towards the ramp, because I don't know what the magical formula is to send you to the ramp. Because if I hit forward on that ramp, what happens is my character goes up instead of across. Okay. Holy shit. Where's my momentum? Or why do I have so much momentum? Just end the thing. End it. End it, end it, end it, end it, end it, end it. Jesus.
Now that was an epic skate challenge. Are you trying to steal my job?
Where's my cord? I'm gonna plug my controller in because I'm feeling some delay. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to attempt... Now, there are people still putting ramps in this fucking thing, like assholes. But the main thing I want to... What killed me there? I want to try to get a 1440 super quick. Not enough spin. $12.60. It's possible. If I could only spin a little faster, even with the wind up, it seems like not something my character wants to do. Do I need more air? Hang on, hang on. If I take advantage of my momentum here, I can only do a 900. Maybe if I grab? Nope. Well, don't grab before you leave the... Because the wind-up overwrites, or the grab overwrites the grab. But I assumed grabbing, like, tightens your center of gravity in real life. So maybe... Yeah! That's the weekly. And we have a hat. So these are just finish the challenges. Or shut down. So that means getting all challenges in the challenge. These are just... All of these have just complete goals. Wait, what's this one? Because I do kind of want this button up. Land a tailwalker rocket air through the House of Rolling Reverence window. Land it? Do people... Can people land when they go through the window? Christ. We'll try some of that in a minute. Let's see what the stunt one is. Hey man, 90.
This is just your casual hippie jump, triple backflip to ditch bomb to torpedo dive narrow gap. Something light to warm up with.
All right. Well, okay. Woo. How do I get back on the board? Wait, yeah, no, wait, huh? Please don't tell me this bail is the end of the... It is. I can't catch up to my board? Alright. I don't know if I like this. This is a little ass. I genuinely forgot that there's a button to summon your board back to you. I thought the point of this was... Why are you bailing, though? Why are you bailing, though? Explain yourself, sir. Fuck off. I'm positioning you correctly. I don't know what your beef is with the ramp that you can't just land. Just land on the fucking ramp, buddy guy. Just land on the ramp, my buddy, my guy, my buddy guy, buddy guy. What is making you bail? Genuinely, I don't know why he bails every time he hits this ramp. Because now he doesn't. Was that not a torpedo into the pipe? No, because I didn't hold the right input for that. No, okay, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. I didn't want to do that challenge anymore. I thought I was holding the wrong input.
But, don't try that challenge at home.
Okay. Man, I got genuinely upset there. So that just needs score at rolling reference. I need to do the rolling reference thing. 1250 point sequences with 5 seconds of airtime. Complete the 4 goals on train like Zexy OTL. Yeah, no, that requires people. Who would have thought that a guy who does like big lines, like big challenge lines like this, would be handing out challenges that are genuinely difficult and also absurd? Personally, I don't really like this aspect of the skate community, of like the ridiculous.
The secret to this challenge is speed, and lining it up, and timing it right, and popping high enough, and hitting the manual, and landing it. It's simple, really.
I shouldn't have spun. Spun anyway. Ball. How? 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 How though? How do you do that? Also, how are you able to do that? Also, I missed the bearing. Fucking okay, dude. Yeah. That's what I wanted you to do, is a double grab and not the rocket air. Oh, Christ on a bike, my guy. How do you maintain speed when you go that slowly? What do you mean? I'm gonna shit my pants, dude. I swear to God. What the fuck happened there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Ain't no fucking shot. How do you get the speed? How do you maintain the speed? Like, clearly a good way to do it is like when you land the rocket air, you hit the ramp and you carry your momentum. But that momentum alone isn't enough to carry you because you lose so much speed at the end of it. And pushing doesn't help, and you're just here. You're just here. You're just here. Thankfully, this isn't a timed event. You know... How much do I care about the title? Duh! No. There goes all my momentum and my speed because I grinded on the side of it instead of going up. There goes all my momentum again. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Why are you like this? How is it that I do it perfectly every other time, but this time I don't? You had a good thing going, and now you don't. I did it. That was harder than it needed to be.
My secret to success. Good.
Christ on a bike. Into a tractor trailer. So I just need to do one more challenge to get the pants. And I need to do train like Zexy, which requires a group. So what's this involve? Caveman, flip tricks, dark slide, all of the above. Hopefully this one's chiller, because it doesn't look like it involves any ridiculous error. I do not care about the title, I just care about the clothes. Mostly because I have the title Skated and Died. Why would I ever swap that? If anything, I just kind of wish we could get the Skate or Die stuff back.
So I may have had to glitch the game to place this many porta potties, but I needed more speed. Please don't tell the devs.
Oh, you can't drop in. Well, I can do that. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Why is that not a caveman? Why does it stop being a caveman when I do a caveman into a kickflip? Oh, it's because I don't... Okay, hold on. Pow. You could just miss. Every other time you magnetize to something grindable, but this is the time you don't. You don't even approach the rail. You don't even approach the rail, dude. Also, cut back to me saying at least this one wouldn't have stupidly big air, and of course it has more stupidly big air, because a YouTuber who does big, impossible challenges has to do giant jumps every time. Nobody ever wants to do fun lines. Nobody ever wants to do, like, realistic stuff. It's always this shit. Every time. I press the inputs for the goddamn dark slide, and the goddamn dark slide, and the goddamn dark slide. It's a cow farm. Gonna be cows outside. Fuck. It's the rail. I'm gonna shit somebody else's pants, man. I swear the fuck to God. This is some bullshit ass challenges, man. Just jump completely over the rail you're supposed to grind on. I'm turning into RFK Jr. now. Every other time I take a jump and there's even a whisper of a rail or a ledge, my character will zoop, magnetize to it and destroy anything I'm ever doing. But the one time I need him to grind a rail, he doesn't grind a fucking rail. I'm going to crash out. Just grind the rail. Why? Genuinely, why? If somebody could offer me a legitimate explanation, I will listen. That's what, yeah, that's what I wanted you to do. That's 100% what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to cheat gravity and go down the dock into the water. That's 100% what I asked you to do. I'm gonna shit my fucking pants, dude. Grind the rail, you fat pussy. Hang on, if I... no. That's not what I wanted you to do. 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 In case you didn't know, that's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to do something else, but instead you did something different. New idea. Doesn't matter what my idea is, because I won't be able to execute it. The one time you... pause. The one time you grind it and you don't do a dark side. Counts. Don't care.
It may have taken 3 seasons, but wow, that dark slide looks pretty good.
Christ on a bike. Okay. So if I want the pants, I have to do the own the spot. Party's full. How do I do a party beacon? I trust people. We're all here for the same goal. Three to 4. You know what? We could try with the 3. I don't remember adding this song, but I fucking dig it.
Welcome to Coach Sex Skate. If you didn't learn here, you didn't learn how to skate. How many grinds can you pull off?
Huh. Fuck. Did that not count? Stop doing a feeble and do a smith. You know, because I'm doing the input for a smith. Fuck off and do the right input. Why is that a nose blunt? Why didn't it count? Genuinely, why didn't it count? Why did you do a tail slide when I did a salad? Why'd you do a 5-0 when I did a salad? Why'd you do a 5-0 when I'm trying to do a salad? Why'd you do a tail slide when I'm trying to do a salad? Why'd you do a 5-0 when I'm trying to do a salad? Why'd you do a tail slow when I'm trying to do a salad? Explain why you're not doing a salad. Explain why you're not doing a Smith. Fucking shit, boy. Do the grinds that it says to do. I'm losing my mind. Okay. You did a 50 when I'm trying to do a nose. You're doing a feeble every time I'm doing a Smith. You're doing a feeble every time I'm doing a Smith. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. That's a 5-0. Why the fuck? Oh, that time I did it, but it didn't count. Hey, this challenge is bullshit and sucks, and I hate it. This challenge is bullshit and it sucks, and I hate it. It's like actually garbage. This is actually garbage, and I hate it. Oh my god, dude. This is actually the worst challenge the game has ever introduced. What up, Dab Lord? Let's get a 4th. That might make a difference. All right, we got Frank Dorito. And we got Kino. Waiting for the 4-4. Perfect. Because these grinds aren't counting. I'm doing the inputs for the grinds and they're not counting. See, why didn't that count? That was a Willy. Was a frontside nose grind. How do I make it backside? Okay, that time it was they wanted a frontside salad. And it did a 5-0 instead of a salad. And it did a tail slide instead of a salad. And it's doing a 5-0 instead of a salad. And it did a 5-0 instead of a salad. And that was a frontside board slide instead of a backside board slide. And that was a frontside lip slide instead of a front and backside board slide. How do I make it backside? Okay, genuinely, how do I make it backslide? Do it. Do the challenge. Do the challenge. Do the challenge. Do the challenge. Do the thing. That didn't count? I have beef now. Genuinely, I have real-ass beef with Zexyzek. These challenges are terrible and bad. Stop. That was that's still a front side. That's still a front side. That's a lip slide. I don't know how to make my board backslide. I don't know. Do I do a backside? Real question, real actual question. Anyone in chat, can you tell me how to do a backslide? How do I, why is it that I only do front slides? How do I make myself do a backslide? I want to know. That was a fakey front side instead of a backslide. Explain yourself. What the fuck on the shit ball fuck shit bitch? Do a backslide board slide. How do I make it backside? Chat, how do I make it backside? How do you backside? What the fuck? See, that's a fakie. It's a fakie front slide, but not a back slide. How do you do the back slide? I'm just doing fucking grinds until the game says I did enough. Because what is this shit, dude? Oh, sorry, a nose grind is not the same thing as a nose slide. There we go. Jesus on a Christ. Stop doing fakies and do the backside. Explain to me why you decide to do a fakie instead of a backslide. Sometimes I just don't even hit the rail, bud. Like, I just don't even hit the rail. What the fuck? Is there a reason why this dude has just stopped?
Well, you put in the work.
Okay, that's enough for it. Good. I hate this challenge. So far, every Zexy challenge has been bullshit. And I'm not afraid to say it. I don't care about the title. I'm going back to Sandvan. I'm done crashing out. I hope I'm done crashing out, because holy shit. I am not interested in continuing to crash out. This was supposed to be chill. Taking this fucking costume off. All right, so I'm going to be doing the church. I need to get to the parking garage. I'm sure some jerks are blocking the ramp or something. Yeah, so when it says land it, how? Tailwalk or rocket air through the House of Rolling Reverence window. That was not, that was a double grab. It counted the score. Okay, now I should be doing it from here. Oh. Okay. We got the new skateboard. $12.50 sequences with 5 seconds of airtime. Fair enough. I think probably the best way to do that's the mega ramp. Honestly, with the wheels, looks pretty good. Get some little pops of color. Little hints of red with the white there. But yeah, the black trucks kind of suit it. The timing of the fart was so good. That's a Spider-Man my back moment. Okay, no, I hit it with my leg, but oh, that's all tailbone. My back! See you later, Stinky. What would I do without you, Jay? I wouldn't have as many funny clips. Oh, I forgot about the manual distance on the daily. Thought I could check that off. Okay, so where are we at with the other stuff here? I can finish this page. Might as well. You're 700. You're 700, you're 900, you're 1250. You're 475. I forgot about that crop top. With good reason, because it's not a good looking. I like the colors. I don't like the graphic. All right, if I need to do airtime, tricks with airtime, I guess I do need to head back to Grom. I could do this, but this isn't as fun. My hair's doing the thing again. Sometimes when my hair like stands straight up, there's an image that I think of like why can't I zoom in on the image? Fine, I'll save it so I can zoom in manually. What? Sorry, it hit me with a pop-up like, hey, how do you want to view your media? Maybe with the media viewer. All right, put that on the TV. Whenever my hair does this, right? Whenever it's like standing straight up like this, I fear that I look like this image. I fear that I look like him every day of my life. Every day. I think about him so often. He haunts my memory, my nightmares, because of this Tumblr post. Zelda merchants that sell you artichokes and pumpkins. But like, that's just what I look like. It's just me. And I hate it. Anyway. Stop zooming. Whoa! Hang on. What if let's full screen this, right? And then I'm going to take my camera. Me versus the guy he tells you not to worry about. That boy needs therapy. See, my hair at least has a bit more texture. That's just because it's curly. It's dirty right now, but it's curly. Oh, yeah. Can I hit that pose? Just like... So anyway, I live in fear that when dysphoria tells me I look like this kind of deal, right? I don't want to look at that man anymore. We're free. Fucker. Okay. But that's 5 seconds of air. I just need to set my thing. Stone to the gills. I'm like not getting enough air for 5 seconds of airtime. I'm like just short. .7 seconds. Maybe if I see it through to the end. If I ride this all the way out, then that final... Oh. I learned, after I found this song in my algorithm, I learned that this is a TikTok song. Where am I going? Why? Don't grind. You do this every fucking time. Where am I gonna get 5 seconds of airtime? Maybe the pipes. Because it sends me into there. I fell down. Hmm. It's only 3 seconds of air. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna check the Reddit.
This is how to complete 1250 point sequence with 5 seconds of airtime. First travel to the Isle of Gram and climb up to the mega ramp. Once you are at the mega ramp, jump off and roll down it so you can place launch kickers like I did.
Oh, okay. People are putting ramps for a good reason. In my sleep, there's a good man's party. Who could ask for more? I see the launcher. The door. I find it really funny that even as somebody who is very queer and into new wave, I did not clock, or I didn't pick up on Oingo Boingo until I saw an animation of Germa dancing to this song. You could land the trick. You could land it. If you wanted to. That'd be cool of you. I'd love it if you landed the trick, actually. It would be so cool of you to land it. Okay, that's one. Thank you to whoever put these ramps here. And also thank you for putting it, like, really off to the edge, so you don't accidentally ruin other people's time on the big ramp. The Tipman's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's coming, leave your body at the door. Yeah. Honestly, like a good black and white shoe. Something that I'm lacking. Let's just do some chucks. Or yeah, I think the chucks work. I kind of dig the look of this. One bone. Ugh. Cool name, dude. All right. There are a couple more challenges. Board Meet Bill, which terrifies me. And I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, let's just see how bad this is.
Look, I'm a simple man. When I see a billboard, I try to grind it. But this one's harder than it looks.
I mean, it looks hard, bud.
Make it a bit easier with a pump on that first ramp. Trust me.
Now, I did pump it. Ball? Oh, you mean a different kind of pump? How do I do that? Oh, triggers. Okay. You could grind. You have the option. Oh my god, bud. Am I sure that gives me enough speed? Am I sure that gives me enough speed? That didn't give me the pump. I don't even know what happened there. Matey. No pump. No pump. Still no pump. Don't know why it's not pumping. Okay, okay. It's just doing a grab. Like, what am I missing? 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 Why do I have to do this every time? Crouching and standing with good timing. Neither of those were pumps. Can we do the trick that I'm trying to do? It's not even a trick. It's just a method of movement. I tried it.
Wow.
I don't want to get mad at it, so I'm not going to play it anymore. I'm going to do other chill skating activities. Oh, you get tickets from it. Fuck. Ah, well. I don't know, if I convince other friends to come on, then maybe I'll mess around with it when they're on, but I'm not doing more of that bullshit, because Jesus Christ. I'm eating some M&M's, chat, to calm myself down. I don't remember if that one's annoying or not. I was holding off on the one in Brick Switch because that one is annoying. Ow.
Got one job on. There you have.
Right. It's another classic case of the game doesn't understand when you are attempting to do a diagonal input, it thinks you're doing either an up or a straight, despite you really mashing that stick at the diagonal. That was a varial heel flip. Why didn't it count? I didn't. I'm gonna shit somebody else's pants, man. I swear to God. I did it.
Keep that up, and you'll get a signature shoelace someday.
Cool trick. Oh yeah, here's a Puppy Yummy Yumi jump scare. One of the things I was trying to find for the skate playlist that I made was a particular song that aired on an episode of Teen Titans that Puffy Yumi performed. And you can find the album it's on, and you can find the real name of the song, not just the fact that it's referred to as K2G. But no streaming service has it. And the only versions of it you can find on YouTube are snippets from the episode. So the only way to get it is to do some obscure Japanese CD hunting. What's going on with that? Hold on. A little bit of Z fighting there. Think I wouldn't notice that? Sick. The one thing I'd like to figure out how to land in a good sequence is the thing where people have a blunt to a shove to another blunt, and it's like a smooth, like you're grinding the rail and then you flip and then you're grinding it on the other, you're grinding it from tail to foot or tail to nose. Embrace the calamity, attachment and a passing disinterest. Living out the back of my 97 Camry, and I still got myself into this. I guess it doesn't matter anyway. I don't care about nothing but you. Guess it doesn't matter anyway. 'Cause I don't care about nothing. I don't care about nothing but you. Oh, I don't care about nothing. Fuck. Sick of it all. Your little games are getting old. Your little songs are getting way too literal. How about some goddamn subtlety for a change? Just say I feel like I'm caught in a tether in a room without wall. Feels like nothing at all. Guess it doesn't matter anyway. I don't care about nothing but you. Yes, it doesn't matter anyway. I don't care about nothing. I had it burst out. I had a feeling, oh, nothing is working. Ooh, ugh. Oh, through somebody at work, I actually learned about a queer skate club in my city that I want to try to attend and be a part of. I'll let you know how that goes. Oh, did I do it? Well, it was a tray, but that still accomplished what I wanted to do, which is just grind, flip. Oh, the other one was like you flip the board around. But I really like this. We'll see if we can't get a good angle on it. Nice. Yeah. What up, Scoot? Not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, I gotta get that one in. I just have to see what happened. Woo. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Yeah. Hang on, hang on. Okay. So I twist my ankle. My board does that, which I don't think it's supposed to. I like the sort of fisheye, like, down low cam, but it does also make it kind of hard to see. Oh, that counts as a pumping. It's been really iffy on the pumping, especially when it's, that fucking challenge. Sir? Just had a stupid idea. I'm bringing him back. I have to shrink the whole image down because it's the whole Tumblr post. Not polite to stare. I'm sorry. I'll work on that. I'm always trying to improve. I think I'm gonna keep it here. But I'm gonna like have it. so I can adjust the opacity whenever I want. Sometimes if I don't want to do face cam, then I can use that image. Because it looks exactly like me. 1-to-1. It's terrifying. Just what I look like. Like, look. I'm gonna fade it back in, right? I'm gonna try to match the pose. No difference. Well, I need to like... mirrored, so it's hard to remember. You can't clip this because the music will be muted. This is a joke for the people on stream. Holographic sticker when you wiggle it back and forth. All right. Hold it. Oh. Entering a garage in GTA. They're probably gonna open that up eventually. Just remind me of the... I thought you were gonna wall ride. don't remember adding Juliet to this playlist, but I don't know. Colorado's a good vibe. You can do it. You can do it. World's slowest dark slide. Hang on, maybe if I approach it from out here. A bit more speed. Yeah. Whoa. I think it says a lot about our society that everyone is busy hitting the mega ramp on the big fancy island, and they're not fucking up the little parking garage spot they added. Well, it's because it's like 5 feet and there's no ramps. You know, I'm actually surprised that this game hasn't done a Mirror's Edge cosmetic yet. I imagine it's coming, considering the parkour aspect. It's hard to maintain a straight line. But you could theoretically revert forever if you have the speed. Oh, I'm not parsing anything. Oh, now you honk. Hang on, hang on. Make that a bit more realistic. I bean it. Rail. Yeah. Okay. I'm not saving any of these. I'm just trying to... I just am imagining fun shots. I should maybe do a tape one of these days. I'm just like unwinding because those... Yeah, no, Scoot. The challenges they added are bullshit and I hate them. I finished them. Mostly. I did enough of them to get the outfit. I don't feel the need to do more. I will say this. It is very cool of them to work with a community like that. It's especially cool of them to get the YouTuber to do the line reads as well. That's a nice little touch. I'm still of the opinion that the challenges are almost too hard. And I feel like leaning into the stunt challenge, like ultimate challenge, impossible challenge kind of thing, is not the direction I want this game to go. I don't want this game to be focusing on gigantic spectacle, mega ramps, big tricks, like cross-map challenge things. I'd like for this game to be a bit more, you know, skate focused, a bit more like realistic lines. Even if those realistic lines are tricky, I would like for those to come to the forefront instead of just big ramp. Big ramp, big air, big jump. I think we had our fill this season. That's my hot take. Still, the challenges are fun. For as frustrating as they were kind of fun once you started to get them to click. And it was satisfying to complete them. Except for the own the spot where you have to hit rail tricks. And the game doesn't really specify how you swap between backside and front slide. Like, approach front side, approach backside. If only there was an indicator telling me what is my front side and what is my back side. Even if it's a grip tape pattern, even if it's like a fucking little icon next to the score, right? Like, they could have an icon next to the score multiplier or something that says like front side or back side. which would also be handy because when you swap sides, your grab inputs reverse. So it would be good to know, you know, all that. Yeah, I missed it. I'm just zoned out now. This is what I do when I'm off stream, by the way. 9 times out of 10, I'm just mindlessly skating and skate like this. It's a fun decompression kind of deal. Like, even if this game isn't perfect, it's a fun sandbox. I have some wish lists for things that I'd like to see added in future seasons and for the full release, because it is still technically early access with 3 seasons of battle passes, but you know what? Fortnite did that too. It was bullshit then, but I'm just saying it's just kind of industry standard, unfortunately. I would like to see a full story, like with actual plot, and not just, you're here, here's a bunch of people that live on this island, and they're asking you to do tricks for their crews. I'd love to see the crews expanded as well, with other members than just the leaders. I'd obviously love to see some pros visit the island. I'm curious if the precedent for pro challenges is now whatever the Zek challenge thing was. If that's just going to be how they're going to handle future, like, pro skater events like they had with, like, there were pro challenges or whatever in the previous games, but, like, I would have preferred them to be story missions as opposed to just an outline of challenges. Just to have a little bit more, like, dialogue. But, you know, however they decide to do it, I think the fact that we have a YouTuber collab is interesting. And hopefully they can start working with some pros to get them to show up in the game. Because really, that's the main thing that they had. Back in the day, it was like... getting some pro skaters involved, but at the very least they have the, my wheels got stuck. They at the very least have the actual like skate community involvement aspect of it. And they've been good about like doing contests and highlighting clips and screenshots. Honestly, they have a whole thing on their socials with Instagram. They have a thing where there's a bounty where they'll mark a spot and ask you to cut a clip at that spot and post it to socials. I wish there was an avenue to do that outside of social media. Like if I could upload them to the skate website, because I know the skate website back when 3 was live had a place where you could upload clips and such. It would also just be nice to have it a bit more integrated into the game instead of it being an extra thing on the social pages. So if there was like an actual event in game where it said like skate bounty here, and it asks you to do a specific trick or a specific, or hit a certain line and like, you know, highlight the area and post a, and, you know, post a replay kind of deal. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Because like in terms of broader tweaks to the engine and to the trick systems and all that stuff, I know that those are things that are being worked on. Like apparently there is a time of day thing being planned. They're experimenting with it. Like a potential day-night cycle. We have some details on season 4, but not everything. So some of the other details we have are finger flips are being re-added. The time of day is going to be closer to noon. It's going to be like brighter again. A bit more like summertime bright instead of this sort of golden hour that we have now. There's supposed to be a new area. They're doing the thing again where it's locked behind the season pass. I think that's just going to be the trend going forward. But at the very least, the trend going forward from that as well is that you won't need to have owned the previous ones to access the other areas. So this new area, owning the season pass, will also give you the permanent pass to go to Grom. I still wish they weren't locked at all and they were just areas you could go to. But, you know, it's whatever. It's a free-to-play game, and they're really going to have to try to make their money back, especially on the battle passes. And, hey, if this is the quality we got from Season 3, in terms of the items that we got, like, there's new models, good textures, and sponsored gear, like, I'm hopeful for whatever the next Season Pass is going to be. Even if I don't like every item in this, I at least admire that it's different and interesting. Honestly, this goes hard. And I already mentioned like the quality of the final unlock costume, comparing it to the seagull and the rat from the previous seasons. It is so much higher quality, and it having like visual effects and all of that is really nice, and that sets a good precedent for whatever the next premium like final level final level costume is for the next season. I'm also hoping that we get away from nostalgia seasons, or if we stick in that realm, that we maybe revisit the 2000s, because I feel like we didn't really do them any real justice. But I think this next season is supposed to be like future something. Like, hold on. I can pull up the Steam page here. More branded items, more exciting rewards, and for Skate Premium Pass, even more added benefits than before. Oh yeah, you'll be able to get more Sandvan bucks from the Battle Pass, so it's not just a, you don't just break even, you get extra. New area, can you tell us more? So what's interesting about that? So the dev update's framed like an interview, right? This image, I can see there's like scaffolding and these big blue lights that are blown out. My current speculation is that this is going to be in the arena here. We might be seeing some Brick Switch expansion. I fucking hope so. It's been like years, and I'd love to have some fast travel points there. Grom at night was sick, and standing on the island looking across the water to the city. Will night come to Sandvan? We'd love to have a night mode, but it's a different beast from Grom. City's larger. There's more. They're talking about like the different lighting systems that have to be done. Season 3 saw the Nike SB collab with creators like ZexyZek, Deshaun Jordan, Ricky Glazer, Flying Horse, and IRL Skate XB. Yeah, a lot of people showed up to the actual event. It's such a big impact on the culture for decades. Plans to have more of these kind of in-game IRL partnerships in the future. Definitely. Since early access launch, we've been seeing some visual improvements. What can we expect in season 4? You'll see a few tweaks to give the city more lived-in feeling, as well as a really nice shift in lighting. We'll be sharing a sneak peek in the coming weeks. Finger flips are happening. One of the most exciting things coming down the pipe is a new but familiar challenge type. That's all they said. So, finger flips, a new challenge type, a new map type. There's going to be an event running. Why can it take a while for shit to happen? It's a long ass pipeline to get everything done, but also it's Frostbite. They don't say that here, but Frostbite is a goddamn mess. And any like EA product fan of, you know, Dragon Age or Mass Effect or anything like that, knowing, and Need for Speed, forcing a non-Battlefield game into the Frostbite engine is a nightmare. They showed off the lighting as well in another post. Is it listed here? Yeah. So the new season, you can see it's like going to be a different sort of time of day. Less haze, less fog. Since we launched Skate Early Access, we've kept Sandvan at a steady time of day through seasons 1 to 3. Season 4, we want to shake that up and lean into the summer vibe, so we shift to an early afternoon high sun feel. Freshens up the city visually, but also a great opportunity to push our time of day systems, performance and tech for the future. We've updated the color grading and post-processing too, so you'll notice some warm high noon lighting, a stronger vignette, and brighter, vibrant skies. There are exciting things on the horizon. We're expanding our repertoire for lighting moving forward. Oh yeah, Skate 316, by the way. Difficult challenges. We're not joking. Zexy likes a challenge and customize those to put these to the test. Get a deck, hat, shirt, and some pants. Yeah. Anyway. That's all the new stuff that's coming and what we know about it. So we're going to be getting a trailer soon, probably. Considering there's only 3 weeks left of this, less than 3 weeks left of this season. We also don't even know if there's going to be any new sponsors coming to the game. If I had a wish list of sponsors to come to Skate, I would love to see pizza. I would love to see Toy Machine. Quasi would also be a nice touch, because I love a lot of their like really bizarre, not bizarre, but like some of their more creative deck graphics. I'd like to see more truck variety, because right now we only have Royal and Indy, so maybe seeing some Aces or Slappies. Especially Slappies, especially getting some weird shapes. Oh, and get Skull Skates in here, because you're a Canadian company. Seeing some returning stuff would be neat, you know, seeing some Plan B. Hockey would also be a nice one to spot. There's a lot of good brands I could add. I personally would really like to see more. I like the main one I'd be really excited for is Toy Machine. Yeah. I'm really excited for the new season. Still not done this season, but neither is the game. Horizon 5 now has a wicked graphical memory leak problem. Yeah, that sounds about right. And they're not going to patch it because it's a week out from launch of their new game. So why would they bother, you know? Before I shut it off, got as low as 28. Oh god. I feel like if you left it running, you would just start seeing artifacts. Like the game would start collapsing. Bleh. Yeah, I'm kind of hitting my ending point here. We did the challenges. We didn't ace them all because fuck that. Shutting both of these down would take forever. And I don't want the title. I don't care. I got the clothes. Which, if you're curious, orange pant. Hat. And this shirt, which I do like. I really like this shirt. It was a good thing I didn't kill anything. So I'd say try these challenges, especially since, God, I got like 3,000 tickets from just doing those challenges. Pretty generous. Play. Yeah, Skate's still good. New challenges are fun. You're probably not going to see another Skate stream until they drop the new season, or I'm like so dead I can't bring myself to play anything else, and I just want to do something simple. But I'm gonna wrap it because I'm tired, and this was a very spur of the moment stream that I wanted to make sure that I did because I don't want to keep missing days. I'm going to have to remind myself that I don't have to sleep the moment I get home, because I can just sit at my computer instead. The bed is too tempting. It's too scary. The moment I put my head on pillow, I pass the fuck out. So I can't keep doing that. Let's look at who is live that I can go raid. What oh, go bug Pokey. Pokey's doing some Outlast trials, which is a game I'm not super familiar with, but looks neat. I'm gonna probably log potentially off. And there's more work tomorrow, but we'll see how tomorrow goes. Might do Spirit Swap, might do more Fields of Mystria, because that was actually really nice, and I still have a couple things to finish. So, yeah, why not do that? Anyway, thank you for joining me and watching me crash out doing really hard challenges in Skate. I hope you all have a great night, and I love each and every one of you, and that's a threat and a promise. So, don't let them.